Good morning, students. Good morning, all of you. Last chapter of that reproduction unit, reproductive health, right? Very small chapter, very easy also. Reproductive health. See, when the health word comes in our mind, right? So, what we think about that? What is health? What is health? Bindya, madam?
Now, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. Free of illness, free of diseases, physical and mental health conditions, right? So here particularly we are talking about reproductive health. So this conditions that free of illness, diseases, physical health for reproductive system, that aspects related to the reproductive system. So WHO, you know that WHO, World Health Organization, given one of the definition for this reproductive health, a total well-being in aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavior, and the social. See, when individuals are reproductively healthy, then in a way, entire society can become reproductively healthy. Physical over here meaning that understand the structural and the functional point of view of the reproductive system. That each and every organs which make the reproductive system should be properly, first of all, their structure should be proper, then they should be properly functional also. Next, reproductive health related certain problems and the strategies. First of all, certain problems are there. That problems we call that problems examples. One of the example that overpopulation, then early marriage, health of the mother, then sexually transmitted diseases. You heard about that, the AIDS disease. AIDS, one of the sexually transmitted disease, right? Overpopulation, okay, it's one of the major problem. So this overpopulation that leads to, can you tell me, overpopulation leads to which consequences or further problems? Overpopulation leads to what? Overpopulation leads to one, that the, yes, lack of resources, poverty, right? Shortage of food supply, yes. Then even nowadays, job, pollution, education problems, like that, the consequences are created when overpopulation is there. Second, early marriage, one of the problem related to this reproductive health. Early marriage, that okay, you heard about that bad viga. So children are often married, okay, as soon as they attain the puberty. Once they attain the puberty, they get married. Next, early marriages are there, particularly earlier days, that the early marriages are there. Still in some of the villages, this thing is going on. So this early marriage leads to several diseases in mothers. Mother reproductive system just now attain the puberty level, okay, and if she becomes a pregnant, then that reproductive system is not much healthy. So in a case, it mother will suffer, the growing fetus inside the mother, that is also suffer. So to one reproductive health related, these are the problems are there: overpopulation, early marriage, health of mothers, sexually transmitted diseases. So to get rid from these problems, certain strategies should be developed. And for that, see, first of all, problem that's the overpopulation, right? So for that, one of the program is developed, okay, by our government, that we call family planning program, which is initiated, which was initiated in 1951. So to attain the total reproductive health as well as a social goal, India launched a program that we called Family Planning Program in 1951. In this program, certain aspects are included, okay, to care for the mother, care for the infant, like that. But in this program, certain more aspects are included, which helpful to get the reproductive healthy society. So new version or the improved version of this same program that we call now RCH, reproductive and child health care. That program we call reproductive and child health care. Remember this full form, RCH. Next, this program creates awareness about reproduction related aspects, providing facilities and support for building reproductively healthy societies. Now, reproduction related aspects meaning what over here? This RCH program, okay, that creates the awareness to the people related that we can say that related to that menstrual cycle, related to the reproductive, the knowledge related to the reproductive organs, fertility, infertility, right? Then pregnancy, delivery, caring the mother, postnatal care of mother, that infants. These things are included. These things are included into this RCH program. Now, how can we spread this information by different things? So for that, okay, for that's the dissemination of information. Either use audio, visual, and print media. Then next, government and NGO, non-government organization, they work on that. They create awareness regarding this sex-related aspect. Audio, visual, अपने देखा video clips are made, right? Print media helpful in that. So generally in rural areas where still illiteracy is there, तो वहाँ पे good picture के form में banners लगे होते हैं, right? So easily the pictures convey the message. That's why these things are used to create the awareness. Next point, that parents, close relatives, teachers, and friends, okay, in this, they play a major role to create awareness related this reproductive health, sex related aspects. And the sex education in the school, introduction of sex education in the school should be encouraged. This line you should remember. ये assertion reason के फॉर्म में आता है, justify the statement ये फॉर्म में भी इसमें क्वेश्चन आता है. That why that sex education should be encouraged in the school, because to provide the right information to provide the right information to the young generation related to that all sex related aspects, and discourage these children from believing that myths and misconception about sex related aspects. Okay, so many myths and the misconceptions are there that should not be followed by these children. So this thing should be discouraged. For that, sex education in the school should be encouraged to provide the right information to the young generation. See, one of the misconception is that when a female, okay, a girl attains that puberty level, starting that menstrual phase, so some of the people are there still in our society. They don't allow them to touch anything, don't allow them go to in the temple and other things. This is totally one kind of the myths. Okay, so sex education in the school should be encouraged to provide the right information to young generation and discourage to believing in the myths and misconceptions. Proper informations about reproductive organs, adolescence and related changes, safe and hygiene sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases, AIDS. I'll give one of the example. That information should be given to these children. So first, that's the reproductive health. Okay, in that remember definition of the reproductive health, which is given by WHO. Total well-being in aspects of reproduction, physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. Then reproductive health related problems and strategies. First, understand the problems that overpopulation, early marriage, okay, health of the mother, then STDs, and they creates even overpopulation further creates the problems, right? So to get rid from this problem, strategies are developed. One of the things that family planning program was developed in 1951 by Indian government. Next, initial name this family planning program, and now we call it the RCH. Then different organizations worked on that to create awareness that's related aspects by using audio, visual, and print media. Then the role of parents, close relative, teachers, and friends, and sex education in the school should be encouraged to provide the right information to the young generation. Next thing that educating the people, okay, educating the people to give the education knowledge for which aspect that available of the birth control options, birth control devices are available, okay. Then care of pregnant mother, postnatal care of mother and child, importance of the breastfeeding, you know that, okay. In markets there's milk powders for the infants are available, but in the last class we have studied, remember, in the that's the initial days of lactation that we call colostrum. In that antibody is present, IgA, which gives the resistance to that infant, okay, from the diseases. So that things are not available, that things are not present in that artificial milk powder. So importance of breastfeeding and give the equal opportunities for male and the female child. Earlier days, when if they know that they knew that if fetus is female, they go for the termination of pregnancy, or we call the abortion, right? So should give the equal opportunities for that male and the female child. Then awareness of problems due to uncontrolled population growth, sex abuse, and the sex related crimes. See, this prevention of the sex abuse and the sex related crime need to be created. So the people should think and take up necessary steps to prevent them. And with that, we can build up a reproductively healthy society. Next, implementation of better techniques and new strategies from time to time are also required to provide more efficient care and assistance to people. Research on various reproduction related areas are encouraged and supported by government and NGOs, non-government organizations. Research works are carried out, okay, on the reproductive system. By this way, in our India, particularly in India, in Lucknow, in that one of the institute is there, CDRI, Central Drug Research Institute. Central Drug Research Institute. In this institute, our scientists had made one of the medicines, that is the oral contraceptive pill. Contraceptive means which can, that we call the birth control. Contraceptive, we call the birth control pill. Pill means that tablet. So that name, that's the Saheli. Remember this name. One of the contraceptive pill is made in India, in Lucknow, by the CDRI Institute. Name of that contraceptive pill, that's a Saheli. Okay. Next, after that, better awareness about sex-related matters. Increase the number of medically assisted deliveries and better postnatal care leads to decreased maternal and infant mortality rates. See, better awareness about sex-related matters, increase the number of medically assisted deliveries. Okay, earlier days only the normal type of delivery, okay, and nowadays the cesarean cut deliveries are there. So, and different techniques are there, good techniques are developed, so that helpful for mother as well as that infant also, newborn babies. Better postnatal care leads to, okay, better postnatal care, meaning after delivery the care to the mother and the infant, that leads to decreases the mortality rate or the death rate of mother and infant. Next point, that's the one of the technique is there that we call amniocentesis. Okay, that technique we call amniocentesis. You know the term amnion. Remember amnion term? कहाँ पे आया आपको amnion? Amnion pollination plant में कहाँ पे है? Fetus develop inside that uterine wall cavity amnion, okay, in which that cavity amniotic fluid is present. See this first. See here the uterus wall, inside that this cavity we call the amnion cavity, that's part we call the amnion, and this amnion cavity is filled with the amniotic fluid in which embryo, okay, in which the embryo is developing. Now, with the help, what is this technique? First understand the procedure. This amniocentesis, name of this technique amniocentesis. Centesis का meaning होता है puncture. Puncture the amniotic cavity. Okay, puncture the amnion layer in which the amniotic fluid is present, that collected. So with the help of the very fine thin needle, and one more thing, ultrasound monitor is also required. जहाँ पे doctors or the good practitioners are there, they insert, okay, this needle over here. This needle should not be touched to this developing embryo. So first, this thing, the place is recognized with the help of this ultrasound monitor. Then doctors or the good practitioner induce, okay, this injections needle, fine needle into this amniotic cavity. In this amniotic cavity, fluid is present, and inside this fluid, fetal certain skin cells are present. Fetal skin cells, skin के कुछ cells वो amniotic fluid में होते हैं. Okay, so when fluid is collected, so that fluid first of all collected, and when this fluid first centrifuge, then it separates the two things, cells settle down and amniotic fluid remains on as a supernatant on the upper side. Next, after that, fetal cells का culture form होता है, and then DNA and the chromosomal level analysis takes place. Chromosomal at the DNA level analysis takes place in this amniocentesis technique. Now, so amniocentesis, from that the fetal cells are collected. In the cells, you know, chromosomes are present, DNA chromosomes are present. Chromosomes. So with the help of the chromosome, can anyone tell me? Can we know about which, if the developing fetus is male or female? Can we know about this thing? Yes. Good. See, you know, in male, XY chromosomes are present. In female, XXX chromosomes are present. So if in this, at this chromosomal study, when the cell culture is made, and if in that, at the chromosomal level study, they knew about that XX chromosomes are there, so they can easily knew that developing fetus is the female. And if XY chromosomes are available in that, then developing fetus is male. So this technique helps in sex identification of the infant, of the embryo, okay, or I can say that fetus. That technique helps in to identify, okay, that techniques help in to identify the sex of that infant. Next, so इसका ये merit point है that this thing helps in sex determination. Second, इसका demerit भी है. Once the people knew that this one is the female fetus, then they go for abortion, okay, means in the fetus form only, okay, they kill this female fetus, so that we call female feticide, okay, that we call female feticide, right, to kill the fetus at the female, to kill this female at the fetus level, right? So that is the demerit, and that's why, okay, this technique for sex determination, remember, is legally banned in India. This technique is legally banned, remember, in India. Next, after that, see, this technique gives the chromosomal level study. So if fetus is suffering from any chromosomal abnormalities, okay, first which one? Any chromosomal, if fetus any chromosomal abnormalities, relate, so many diseases are there, okay, that actually leads, that creates a serious problem to the infant, Then next, chromosomal abnormality or else enzymatic abnormality. Chromosomal abnormalities, enzymatic abnormalities. This thing also can study with the help of this technique. These things are allowed, okay, but sex determination for that, this amniocentesis technique is banned for sex determination to identify male fetus or the female fetus. But this technique is allowed for identify chromosomal abnormality or enzymatic abnormalities. If in this in this case the any abnormality is in, then child is likely to suffer from a serious, incurable congenital defects, birth defects. So at that time, doctors suggest the mother that she should get the fetus aborted. Okay. Remember, basically three uses of amniocentesis: sex determination, then check the chromosomal abnormality, check the enzymatic abnormality, and one of the is misuse, that once the that is for the sex determination is there. If then if female fetus is there, people that avoid to carry that female fetus, so they go for that female feticide. So to avoid that this female feticide, this technique is banned. Clear? Amniocentesis. Okay. See, if in fetus XX, you know that 23 pairs of chromosomes are there in human, right? So 23rd pair of chromosome, that is sex chromosome, known as a sex chromosome. So in that, if XX chromosomes are found, then it's a female fetus. And if XY, then we call it a male fetus. Clear, all of you? Good. So amniocentesis, remember, centesis meaning puncture. Puncture the amniotic cavity and then collect the amniotic fluid. Then this fluid analysis occur. Fluid in that the cells are present, fetal cells are present. These fetal cells, first of all, make a culture of that fetal cells and then genetic level study. So amniocentesis, some of the amniotic fluid of the developing fetus is taken, analyze the fetal cell and dissolve substances. Importance of this amniocentesis, that sex determination of fetus, to test for the presence of certain genetic disorder, examples Down syndrome, hemophilia. Okay. Hemophilia, that the blood cannot be clot. Then determination of survivability of the fetus. And there is a statutory strictly ban on amniocentesis for sex determination to legally check increasing means of female feticide. Next thing, next part, that population stabilization and birth control. Population stabilization. Okay, before that, up to here, last amniocentesis. First, we learn reproductive health definition given by WHO, then their problems and strategies, family planning program, RCH, audio video, audio visual, print media, government, non-government organization, then prevention of that sex abuse, sex related crimes, sex education should be encouraged in school. Then next, one of the drug, that's the Saheli oral contraceptive pill made in Lucknow by CDRI. These things and amniocentesis that this thing we have learned up to here. Do you have any doubt? Next, population stabilization and birth control. In this, see, world population given and the Indian population ratios are given. World population in 1900, okay, 2 billion. 2 billion in 1900. Next, 6 billion in 2000. And then 7.2 billion in 2011. Right? Next, Indian population in 1947. 1947, very well known year. Remember, na? When independency. So at that time, 350 million. 350 million at the time of our independence. 1947 to just next, that's a 2000 population that become 1 billion. 350 million to 1 billion in just, okay, few years. That's in 2000, 1 billion. Now just think about that over here in 2000. In 2000 year, world population 6 billion. 6 billion में 1 billion तो Indian population ही है. So every 6%, that's a Indian over here. Out of the 6%, we can say that one of that, that's at least in Indian. So 6 billion at the world population, and the Indian population in 2000, that's the 1 billion. Next, 1.2 billion in 2011. One thing that you have learned, that census, one term that we call the census. Every 10 years, okay, every 10 years, government made this census report. In Gujarati, we call simply that's a वस्ती गणतरी. पता है ना, आपके घर पे आते हैं, then they talk about the each and every individual, age क्या है, married, non-married, education, right? So one more thing, if this thing is carried out properly, then and then we can know about the correct information, correct population of the correct population of our country, India. Many times happen like कि अगर कोई नहीं है, okay, they think of वहाँ पे just dash कर देते हैं. So it might give the wrong information also. Next, why population increased? Rapid population increase within very shorter period of time. So certain factors are there. Factors in that, see, good techniques, good medical techniques are available, medicines are available, right? Knowledge, awareness of the knowledge is there. So that thing leads to, first, decline in death rate. Good facilities are available. So death rate decline. Then maternal mortality rate, in short we call MMR. Maternal mortality का meaning होता है death. Maternal meaning mother. Mother death rate. Same. Infant mortality rate decreases. Infant death rate decreases. Okay, infant gradually attain that puberty, become adult. Next, increase in number of people at the reproductive age group. See, infant mortality rate decreases, so that leads to this thing, that increasing number of people in reproductive age group. Reproductive age group number increasing, obviously, the more number of that's the offsprings are formed, gradually the population increasing. So these are the factors that death rate, see, good things are available, techniques, knowledge are available. So that leads to decline in death rate, mother, infant, and more number of reproductively age group individuals are increased. Next, last census जो हुआ था, that's in 2011. Can you tell me now next census after that 2011 that will occur in which year? I have given one information. Yes, every 10 years. So now in 2021, okay, one more. That's a new census is made. The census will made. Next 2011 census report, in that population growth rate was less than 2%. Was less than 2%, 20 per thousand per year. According to that 2011 census report. Remember, population growth rate was less than 2%. Next, what are the steps are taken, okay, either by government agencies or the non-government agencies to control this population growth rate suddenly increasing, right? So promoting the use of contraceptive methods, promoting the use of the contraceptive methods through print, audio, video media, posters, reels, etc. Pills are available, injections are available, okay, hormonal injections are there, hormonal pills are there. Certain, that's the barrier methods like diaphragm, walls, condoms, these things are available, which are acts as a birth control devices. So promoting the use of these contraceptive methods. Then government gave one slogan, you know this slogan, hum do hamare do, we two our two. Okay, this thing is given actually logically, ऐसे ही नहीं दे दिया. Hum do meaning what over here? Parents, mother, father, right? Hamare do, their offsprings. 1, 2, offsprings. So when these two, see, each and every person ultimately aging occur and death happens. So when these two are there, see, the place of the mother and father means two individuals are replaced by these two when death occurs of these two individuals, right? So two individuals are replaced by only these two. So in a way, the population, see one thing, population cannot be decreased, but at least maintain. Population at least maintain, not rise. That's why this slogan is given. Other steps that government, okay, has decided, the marriageable age group for female 18 years and for male 21 years. Then for small families, government, okay, small families, government give the incentives. Incentives means in the form of some rupees like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Small incentives are given to the couples with the small families. These steps are taken by government to at least stabilize the population and not to increase the population. Clear hai? Up to here clear? Good. So now we will take a break for 5 minutes and then we will start with the next most interesting things. Okay, initial part there's the storyline, but now the main things are coming. We will meet after 5 minutes. Go for break.